When greed meets fear, every one of us has a risk appetite that is unique, that is dependent on our personality, our journey with wealth, our goals, and it is unlikely that what is good for me is good for you, or what is good for you is good for maybe your partner. So each person needs to craft an investment journey which is suited to his own risk appetite. But when bull markets happen, we all try to believe that every one of us has the same risk appetite. So we consume the same products, buy the same stocks, subscribe to the same PMSs, and hope that all of us would be equally successful. What were we doing during these times? Clearly, we have been greedy at the same time. Interestingly, few people have been fearful during those times. As an advisor, if we went and told an investor that this is a time when we need to take out the money, and actually did it, there was a situation where 6 months into 2018, people would compare the returns of the Nifty with their own portfolio when a good part of their portfolio was in liquid funds. What people were doing at that time was not valuing fear enough. The reason is everyone around was still greedy and there was little fear that they saw around them. 2019 seems to have changed this calculus. Now, as we gradually invest monies into the markets, as we advise people to invest more money into markets, everybody around is fearful. Look around and you can't find too many people who are greedy. Accompanying the fear is heightened cynicism, anger, disappointment, and more. While I respect the right of people to their emotional responses to this situation, I have my own view of what an advisor and the advised must be thinking and doing now. So let's now think how we can create enough greed in ourselves to invest when there is fear all around. Ideally, we all know from textbooks, from those numerous quotes of all the experts and sagely investors from the past, that you need to be greedy when others are fearful. But that doesn't seem to happen on the ground. People are still thinking that the fear would last much longer. Predicting this is a mug's game. Nobody has been right in predicting when the fear would recede. So the only way we can manufacture a healthy greed in ourselves to invest and manage the fear around us is by allowing our greed to translate into investments, to translate into decisions and implementing those investment decisions in a measured manner. Typically, deploy money over the next 6 months. Deploy money every month. Deploy money when we get those odd days when the fear simply spikes up. So there are multiple ways of allowing our greed to translate into investment actions when there is fear all around us. This is the time when greed must meet fear and beat fear. If we are able to manage this effectively, it's quite certain that 1 year or 2 years down the road, we would be looking back at what we did with great sense of satisfaction and contentment and pride too. The time to manufacture greed is now, and the time to beat fear is also now. Friends, this is the time when our greed must meet market's fear. Thank you.